user friendly is labeled with the orange indicator. So this is where we add oil, check our oil filter, and this is where we drain our oil as well. There's also a knob over here where you can switch. That's orange as well, and that just so you can switch it from liquid propane to natural gas or whichever one you're running at that time and day. So what we do want to do as far as maintenance goes is we're trying to get you as close to 25 hours as possible for our first break-in oil change. And then after that, it's about every 100 hours or once a year. Okay. In the time frame of generators, time moves very, very slow. For example, when we come back out here for that free inspection, you honestly might not have more than about 6 hours on here. But if we can get you as close to 10 or anything like that, we'll go ahead and do that first break-in oil change, and then you'll be good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, we do spin that.
After you unbolt it, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say we do spin that magnet at 3,600 RPM, so we could definitely make a go-kart. Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and run this for a little bit, just kind of give you an idea how loud it is. The control board.
Okay.
So we do have a light indicator over here on the side. Green means you're good to go. There's also a red light. Red means that you will have a problem where there is an error code where you have to come out here and physically mess with the generator. Okay. There is also a yellow light. The yellow light is just a dummy alarm. It's something that'll kick on about every 6 months or so, and it'll just be simple: inspect air filter, oil filter. Generator will still run and everything like this. You normally see that with a green light as well. So yellow light, don't worry too much about. The only one you really need to pay attention to is make sure you have a green light. And once you get your Wi-Fi and everything like that set up in that booklet that I gave you, it'll be able to tell you all that as well. So you won't have to come out here and mess with it. Right. If you ever do find yourself messing with the generator, go ahead and just switch the controller to the off position here. We can then hit escape, and this here will show us our menu bar. If you go down to sub menu, and then go to our history, history will be your best friend. This will show every time the generator's ever ran, ever turned off, ever transferred power, every time it's ever done anything. So if you ever have a red light over here and there's a code, for example, if you can come over here and lift the lid, see the history right there, it'll tell you the E code across the code, and then you can call us and go, oh, I got a 1505, and that makes it a lot more makes it easier for me when I'm coming out, because I know what I'm coming for, instead of it just being like a red light or something along those lines. And if you're, let's say if you're not here, because this will kick on once a week to exercise, if you're ever not here wondering if it exercised or anything like that, you can come right here to the history and mess with it.
Does that transfer through to the app? Or?
I believe so. I think there's different stages of the app. So there's what you get for free, and then there's what you buy towards the end there, and I'm not really sure where that falls in between there. I never really have to do the whole Wi-Fi thing. It's kind of an app you download from Generac and whatnot. Yeah. But don't be afraid to ever come out here and mess with the controller. The worst you can do is switch it to French or something like that, and we can talk you out of that.
Okay, cool.
So other than that, there's no parameter groupings you can affect or anything crazy like that. It is going to exercise once a week. When it is exercising, it's not powering the house in any way, shape, or form. It's just running to heat up to relieve moisture built up in the engine block. This exercise time can be set for any time of day under the rainbow. Right now I have it set for 12 o'clock on Monday, and we can switch to anything else you guys would like.
It's not AM, right?
No.
What's this here?
So this is a key here. We do have one on both sides where we can lock the generator and whatnot. The latches are very crude, if you can see that one over there, so you might have to lean on it here or there every once in a while. You can lock it if you want, but again, there's nothing you can do here as far as affecting parameter groupings or anything. I think this is just more or less so kids don't touch something hot or something along those lines. Other than that, we do have sensors on everything, so there will be no catastrophic failure or anything like that. If we do run for a few days, you don't have to come out and check the oil or anything crazy like that. If we have any issues, it'll be displayed right across the screen there. So other than that, let me go ahead and put it in auto, and I will take you over here to where all the magic happens as far as the brain. So please be aware that if you are ever behind this sneeze guard here, everything is hot and does have potential to shock you. I just do like to show everybody what we're working with here, because it does move, make noises and whatnot, but you should never have to remove this cover. Right. So what we're here, this is our transfer switch. So when we do transfer from generator power to utility power or vice versa, it will make a snap down motion and whatnot, so it does make a little bit of noise. What controls all this is this right here. This is called our load shed module. This is basically the control board. how this control board talks to the generator control board back and forth is through battery signal. So that being said, we do recommend replacing your battery about every 2 years or so to make sure that we have a good strong charge so that this is sensing that it's talking to it and whatnot. So pretty much what I am ready to do is, if you guys don't have anything too crazy going on in the house or anything like that, downloading anything, I'd like to go ahead and we'll switch the power off here to simulate a power outage, and we'll have our generator kick on and kick over. When we do finally transfer down to the generator, this will smack down, make a big noise, might make a small flash, whatnot, but normally we have our guard up and everything. Just kind of want to show everybody the order of operations when we are here.
We'll knock you back against the fence, Will.
As long as you're not touching it. But so pretty much order of operations, what's going to go on is once we sense utility power here is lost for about 15 seconds, this will send a signal to the generator. Generator will start up, it'll run, it'll produce proper voltage. Once it sends that signal back, proper voltage, we will transfer down. Same thing in reverse when we kick the utility power back on. The only difference when we do go back to utility is once this coil goes up, we are now on utility power, but the generator will run for an additional 2 minutes. If we look at the screen on the generator, it says that it's a cool down. What this really is in case this utility power isn't constant, that doesn't want to have to speed back up to proper parameter grouping to make that switch back.
Gotcha.
So, alright, let me go ahead and transfer here.
Oh, what
So we're gonna go
happened?
ahead
We
and
lost power.
shut all the
Oh
power
my
down.
god.
Simulated hurricane.
I like,
Generator kicks on,
wow,
and then as soon as we have that click down, we'll be on generator power.
cool. That's nice.
Now Generac says it's about roughly 30 seconds or so.
Wow.
So we're now on generator power. It realistically, it probably is about 30 seconds, but I promise when you're in your house, it'll feel like the longest 30 seconds you've ever had. But other than that, it seems pretty quick, and we're now running on generator power. So let me go ahead and put our cover back on here.
Now we're gonna use the generator now. Try at the house.
Yeah, you guys are good to go.
Wow, let's
So
go
what
try.
this is here is this is a fail-safe to a fail-safe. I don't see you guys ever having to really use this, but on the off chance that you do, if we're ever in another Hurricane Harvey situation or something where we just simply can't get out to you. Like I was saying earlier, how this control board talks to that one is through battery signal. If the battery is ever too low to where it cannot talk to the load shed module here, you can insert this into that little square where there's a circle, and you can manually transfer it into utility mode. Once you do that, you are down, in generator mode, run on generator power. When utility power kicks back on, load shed module will take over and do everything in reverse, so you don't have to mess with anything else. If you're ever over here and you're trying to move it and it feels like it's forced or not wanting to go or anything like that, just stop what you're doing and go ahead and give us a call. That means we have a different issue here. So there are little safeties, so if this is hot down here and this is hot, it won't let you connect hot to hot. So it's saving you. So if it's ever not as easy as just a simple light switch, then go ahead and hold off on what you're doing.
Go get another tool and try to.
Right, yeah, I know. Don't do anything crazy like that. It's saving you.
Alright.
Now, in an emergency, you want to shut the power down, you still use this main breaker, correct?
Yes, but if you are going to turn the power down, well, this is also a main breaker now as well. But when you do transfer the power, make sure you turn that generator off as well. Because if you come over here and kick it off, that generator will just simply think it's a power outage, kick on, and it will repower everything. So anytime
So
you
you
turn,
have to use this one.
But what do you
well,
do then?
no, well, both these work as the same thing. Because basically, it goes from your meter into the switch and then into here and into your house now. So basically, this works as a disconnect. This is the main disconnect. But anytime you're going to turn one or the other off, you have to make sure you turn your generator off. Because if not, it'll do exactly what we just did, and it'll kick back on, thinking we got a power.
You turn it off at the generator.
Yeah. So you turn it off at the generator, and then come over here and turn off whatever.
So there's two situations. They're running on utility power, and you have an emergency and want to shut all the power down. Use this.
You still have to turn the generator off. Power or anything like that. If you turn anything off over here, that's going to turn on.
If you turn that off,
Anything that involves using power, that generator will come on.
Like during the thunderstorm or whatever, the lights came on and off a couple times. It's not going to be really instant, right? Because I mean,
No.
it's got to, it's got to go through.
Right.
The
It'll go through its
30-second.
sequence. You might hear it start up or anything like that, but if we're flickering on and off,
Yeah.
what it'll probably do is it'll probably kick into its cool down mode. It'll let it kind of ride the wave, so to speak, and this will just sit here and kind of run.
Okay.
So if you lose power and everything, as long as it's like a 30-second little real quick thing, this controller will try to keep up, so you'll hear it running out here, but it may not truly run on generator power until we fully lose power, kind of deal.
Okay.
And then other than that, I have
Yeah,
these for
manuals.
you. This one's for me. Here's our city inspector here, and then this folder here is for you. This is
So this is a lock in here. The other one is here, side by side. There's a lock. is the key. And it said engine oil.